You may remember Leona Helmsley. She's that real estate tycoon who died and left $12 million to her dog.
Yes, to her pet dog named Trouble, of all names. And the court ultimately came back and reduced that sum.
That's Karen Kepler. She's an attorney and an expert on estate planning. She says even if you aren't a millionaire, you might want to consider adding your pet to your will.
First of all, Steve, it's because of the pandemic, not only have people rethought doing wills and taking care of their estates, but they've also adopted a lot of pets. But that's part of the reason why we need to think about planning for our pets in our estate plan. Because if you haven't properly planned for your pets, then the only thing, unless there's a family member or a friend who's willing to take them voluntarily, that pet is going to be brought to a rescue organization or to a pound and hopefully adopted. We can use our wills or our revocable trust, however you decide to put your estate plan in order, to create what is known as a pet trust. It's a special kind of trust, and because it is for an animal, it's regulated by statute. Because you can't just give $25,000 to your dog. Pets are treated like your minor children might be treated. Because a pet, just like a minor child, is not capable or have the capacity to own property.
What are the top 3 things that I ought to consider when including a pet in my will?
The first thing you should consider is who you want to raise the pet. Then you need to think about who you want to be handling the money for the care of that pet. And the third thing you need to think about is how much money should be set aside.
What is a pet card?
Oh, a pet card is a card that in which you basically put you have the name of your vet, the name of the guardian, contact information, and that could be in your wallet. It could also, if your pet has a pet chip, it's actually registered there. And it will give the contact information and let people know that you have a pet that needs to be cared for.
Karen says the pandemic has forced many of us to face our mortality.
But it's kind of hit us in the face over the last 15 months with over 500,000 people dying of this virus. Yet we still have a lot of people who are dying without putting their estates in order. And the courts are incredibly backlogged. It's really important to see a lawyer and to think about having your estate plan put into a revocable trust format. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at pierrolaw.com. That's PIERROLAW.com.
We updated our will recently, and Ghost is part of our plan. For Pet Pals TV, I'm Steve Sweitzer.